initial phase, that is the one-dimensional vector multiplication using the more stable cosine transform, discrete cosine transform. The discrete cosine transform is defined here. The vector product of the matrix C and the transforms of the vector F. C is the n by n square matrix. Methodology, in this case, we applied this existing efficient methods: fast Fourier transform FFT, fast circular-matrix vector products, fast polynomial multiplication, fast computation of cyclic convolution, and discrete cosine transform. These all can be computed in a time complexity of the Einstein log-n. And finally, we use the Horn-Candivite algorithm. Design the structure of the accurate fast DLT algorithm AFDLT. The original sample X on which we have to calculate the DLT, discrete Legendre polynomial transform. Using this sample, we have defined another new sample Y through this transformation. Cos phi over n yj is equal to xj for all j from 0 to n minus 1. This is one of the main change we have done in our study here. And then we have defined another vector Z. Each component in this vector is defined by this inner product. Summation for j from 0 to n minus 1. And after defining this new vector ZL, ZL0 gives the DLT. That is the importance of this definition. ZL0 gives the DLT. After defining the ZL0, ZL, we have derived another four-term recurrent relation. Once we have this recurrent relation, we have to compute the Z00, Z10, and Zn minus 0 in order to compute the DLT. Our task is after here is the computing the Z0, ZL0. If you say the phase 1 computing, as I mentioned, we are computing that one using the discrete cosine transform. Here L bar 0 is equal to Z00. And the technique we use here, fast cosine transform, that is the entire log-n, computing the complexity. Soon after getting the Z0, K, we can quickly calculate the Z10. The L1 bar is equal to Z10 with the 3n additional arithmetic operation. Then to compute the remainder of the computation, we have defined the new sequence of the vectors. W0 is equal to Z0, W1 is equal to Z1, and WL plus 1 is the combination of the ZL and ZL minus 1. Here I is the n by n identity matrix. And also C is a circular matrix. This is the most important matrix in our case. And then we have derived this relation between the vector W and the vector Z. You can see here WL plus S minus N can be expressed is here in terms of the ZL minus 1 and Z. R is a product of the block matrices. Each block matrix, capital omega J, is comprised of the four circular matrix: 0 matrix, identity matrix, and the Wj times I and the circular matrix we define here. Once we derive this formula, we can quickly find the ZL plus minus 1 and the ZL plus 1 using the W vector W. That's the key technique in this case. You can see Wn over 2 and Wn over 2 plus 1 is equal to R times Z0 and Z1. This says that we can compute the Wn over 2 and Wn over 2 plus 1 using the Z0 and Z1. We have already computed the Z0 and Z1. R is here also block matrix, and also this is where we use the fast circular matrix vector multiplication. Then we have Zn over 2 0 and Zn over 2 plus 0. Then hereafter what we do is that we divide the entire problem into two half size problem. and we compute the ZL 04 L greater than n over 2 plus 1 from the Zn over 2 and Zn over 2 plus 1, and we compute the ZL 04 L less than n over 2 by starting from the Z0 and Z1, and we keep on dividing this until we get the case-up problems. Actually, this is where we apply the conquer and divide algorithm, divide and conquer algorithm. Then the implementation, the accurate sparse DLT has been implemented as a binary tree data structure in MATLAB. The FFT function in MATLAB has been used to compute the efficiency discrete Fourier transform DFT. And also the RAND function in the MATLAB has been used to generate the samples and the input vector. Accuracy, that is our main task in this case. To test the accuracy, we compute the relative error with respect to two norms. R infinity, the relative error with respect to the maximum norm or infinity norm. RE2, the relative error with respect to the 2 norm or the P norm with the P is equal to 2. And the efficiency, to test the efficiency, we have operated the CPU time function in MATLAB. So experiment 1, that the sample X are randomly chosen from the interval 0, 1. And the input vector F are also chosen from the interval 0, 1. And we compute the accurate sparse DLT and the DLT for various values of n. Initial phase, I must emphasize here that we have no use any efficient method or any fast method to compute the discrete cosine transform. We only use the direct computation of the discrete cosine transform. Then the numerical results of the experiments, I have given the point n 128 to the 1024. You see n is equal to 122, and the both relative errors R infinity and RE2 coming from the 10 to the power minus infinity. That's a very less. Let's say the accuracy is good. And if you say 1024, and also you can say relative errors are coming with the 10 to the power minus 13. Minus 10. That also indicates that we have a good accuracy. And also, I must show that here also the time taken by the accurate sparse DLT greater than the time taken by the direct DLT. The reason is that we have used only direct computation of the initial phase. That's the discrete cosine transform. And the numerical test 2, the sample X are the Chebyshev points, cos J I phi over n. And that's the fixed one. And the input vector F are also now randomly chosen from the interval 0, 1. As soon as we compute the accurate sparse DLT and the DLT for various values of. Here I must emphasize that we have used the uniform fast discrete cosine transform to compute the initial phase. Fast discrete cosine transform. These are the numerical results we have obtained. If you look at the accuracy, when n is equal to 120, accuracy is coming from the e to the power minus 10 to the power minus 14 and e to the power minus 14. And also when 124, accuracy coming with the 10 to the power minus 12 and 10 to the power minus 11. And also you can see here, when n greater than 128, the time taken by the accurate sparse DLT algorithm is less than the time taken by the DLT, discrete legend polynomial transform. If you look at the n is equal to 1024, this is in second 52 plus, but here 2000 plus. That's a huge here. This table shows the both accuracy and the result, efficiency of our algorithm, accurate sparse DLT. In conclusions, actually now we have developed accurate algorithm for the fast DLT. We developed early, accuracy, we see the n greater than 128, accuracy past DLT is faster than the DLT, and also it provides a good accuracy to be obtained. And also in the class of the polynomial transforms, there are some special transforms where we can compute in a time complexity of n-time log-n. For example, discrete Fourier transform can be computed using the fast Fourier transform with the n-time log-n. And also the Chebyshev polynomial transform is another example. Therefore, our future look is to reduce this n times log squared n computed complexity to the n times log n. Thank you very much.